Are you tired of political hypocrisy? Do you feel like the voices of marginalized communities are often drowned out by the noise of political rhetoric? If so, you're not alone. Sayeeda Warsi is, and she's got a lot to say about it in her book, Muslims Don't Matter. This book is not just a critique, it's a clarion call for justice and equality. Sayeeda Warsi, Britain's first Muslim cabinet minister, pulls no punches in her critique of Islamophobia within British society. Her words are sharp, her arguments well-founded, and her passion undeniable. She exposes the double standards and othering of Muslim communities by her own Conservative Party. Warsi delves deep into the systemic issues that perpetuate discrimination, making it clear that this is not just a political issue, but a societal one. Remember Shamima Begum? Warsi argues her treatment is just one example of how exclusionary policies impact British Muslims. The case of Shamima Begum is emblematic of a broader trend where Muslims are often treated as second-class citizens, their rights and humanity questioned at every turn. But this isn't just politics, it's personal. For Warsi, the fight against Islamophobia is deeply intertwined with her own life experiences. She shares poignant stories from her own journey, illustrating the pervasive nature of prejudice. From microaggressions in her career to systemic biases, Warsi blends her own experiences with a call for change. She recounts instances where she faced subtle yet hurtful comments and actions, shedding light on the everyday struggles that many Muslims endure. She challenges the idea that Muslims need to excel in sports or media just to be accepted, highlighting how this only deepens exclusion. Warsi argues that the pressure to overachieve in order to gain acceptance is a form of discrimination in itself, as it sets an unfair standard for Muslims. Warsi doesn't hold back on her own party either. She is unflinching in her criticism of the Conservative Party, calling out its leaders for their complicity in fostering a hostile environment for Muslims. She condemns the Conservative shift toward right-wing populism, saying it fuels Islamophobia at every level. Warsi provides a detailed analysis of how political strategies aimed at gaining votes have led to the marginalization of Muslim communities. Her message, greater accountability and inclusivity, are non-negotiable. Warsi calls for a complete overhaul of policies and attitudes, urging both politicians and citizens to take a stand against bigotry. However, the book isn't without controversy. Some critics argue that Warsi's approach, while bold, sometimes falls into the trap of reinforcing stereotypes. Critics say she sometimes reinforces the good Muslim versus bad Muslim trope by showcasing Muslims in the military or public life to validate their place in society. This, they argue, creates a dichotomy that can be harmful. This, they argue, undermines her broader call for unconditional belonging. The debate around this point is intense, with some feeling that Warsi's examples inadvertently set a standard that not all Muslims can or should have to meet. Despite the debates, Muslims Don't Matter is a brave and necessary contribution to the dialogue on race, religion, and politics in Britain. Warsi's work is a testament to the power of speaking out and challenging the status quo. It's a wake-up call for both policymakers and the public to confront deep-seated prejudices. Ready to dive in? Warsi's book is more than just a read, it's a call to action, urging everyone to reflect on their own biases and take steps towards a more inclusive society.